Hello, this is Kinch. I'm going to be talking about standard Pauper right now. Uh, Currently, there's not a lot of action in standard Pauper online. You can end up waiting quite a while to get games, but I do think the format can be interesting, so I was dipping my toes into it and ran up against this Gatekeepers deck. They run a bunch of gates, and depending on the colors, these Gatekeepers, which have a comes into play effect when you have control two or more gates. The Ubulsar will give a target creature -2/-2. Opal Lake Gatekeepers let you draw a card. Sunspire Gatekeepers puts a 2/2 White Knight token into play. Smelt Ward Gatekeepers lets you control a creature for a turn. And Cerulea Gatekeepers gains a life. Uh, so they use this paired with Ghostly Flicker to kind of grind people down. Um, and it's a very strong deck. All the variations I've seen are pretty strong. I just find it's really grindy, and I don't play it myself. I don't really want to play it because I'm too slow, and I just don't find it all that interesting to play or play against. But so it's kind of a big dog in the scene. So I'm kind of looking for a deck to be able to compete against that particular deck. So I've been looking at decks, and not to say that this one is it, but I'm probably leaning toward mono black rather than this. But this does have counters and things, which I don't usually play. So that tells you how crazy, uh, how much I don't really like that deck if I'm willing to play counters against it. So what I was just kind of, I'm not much of a deck builder. I do build some decks, but I'm much more of a uh, modifier and refiner of decks. So I was looking through some deck lists and came up on this one. It had a lot of the cards that I was looking for, but it's kind of a mess. It's got some pretty random stuff in it and lots of one-ups, like one Mistraven, one Scrapskin Drake, one Fairy Invaders, one Hands of Binding. That one kind of confused me. Why? And one Mizium Skin. There's so many one-offs. So I wasn't really sure what the heck was going on with this deck. I mean, the basic theme is flyers and go bash your opponent. And then the sideboard was even more of a mess. I mean, there's 3 Silent Departures in main, which I think is a poor card. I mean, it does have flashback, but for 5, um, and it's sorcery, which is just something about that card just doesn't ring right with me. Uh, and 2 unsummons in the sideboard, and 3 cancels, and the Shield Mate, which it costs 4, but when it lands, it gives your other someone else hexproof. And and the random Bone Ash. So this, but it was kind of like the skeleton of what I was looking for. So I went and revised it and ran a match or two with it. So you can see it's a lot cleaner here. So I took out a lot of the random sketchy, which I thought were sketchy creatures, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I added. Did he have Delver in the first one? Okay, this. Yeah, he does have Delver. This is like the strongest card in the deck. Um, why did this do this? So I kept the Cloudfin Raptors in, and Delvers, which are very good. Um, Added some Dispel, Unsummon rather than that janky sorcery. Some Essence Scatter, Negate. There's like a lot of counters here. Uh, Think Twice, which I'm not 100% great. It's card draw, and flashback, but it's just one card and doesn't really do anything. Stormbound Geist, which I think is a pretty good card, although it does have a drawback, is it can't block unless the attacker is flying. Vassal Soul, Death Cult Rogue, which can only be blocked by rogues, which you don't see a lot of, and 3 Mist Ravens just because it's nice to bring something back. It's a little expensive for the deck, but we'll see. So I'll show you. a match I played with this. I don't really think this deck is particularly great, but I'll just give you an example of how it runs. Okay. So what happens here? I win the first. I think this is a mono black that I end up playing against. And they were pretty close games, actually. Cloudfin Raptor I'm not sold on. It needs other creatures, and really it can't get very big in this deck because the biggest thing I have is like a 2/3. So it doesn't really evolve all that much. And right now it's just useless. I'm also a little iffy. See, like then I couldn't play anything, so that's just a lousy flyer. Highborn Goal. Intimidate. Which is kind of like the stepbrother of fear. So I think twice at instep. So the strategy here is just play flyers and evade and race, right? And try to... Dead Reveler, okay. That's going to be a problem for me. I mean, he's got pretty powerful creatures coming in here. And I'm getting lots of land, but I do have Think Twice over here in the... which I really wish it was Deep Analysis. So I'm playing the Mistraven here to kick back his Dead Reveler. I probably should have played that. I noticed this afterwards. I should have played it first to get an extra point of damage from the Cloudfin Raptor, but I'm an idiot. Murder. And he murders the Cloudfin Raptor. I don't think it really matters what he murders here. Thing is that with the Haunted Fin Graph I can get back. I can get it back. But of course it had counters on it, but those don't come back. Okay, now I have counter backup on things, so I'm not really particularly worried. He's now on a 3-turn clock from 2/2/2 flyers. And the Reveler comes back. I guess I could have got the Cloudfin Raptor back there, but I just wanted to keep counter mana up. I don't think there's anything he could do for 1 mana. Probably should have just got that back. Yeah, I can counter this, right? Non-vampire, non-werewolf, non-zombie creature. Okay, it's none of those things. I had to have countered that, yeah. I think he's just dead next turn. Yeah, he just gave up. So I think I sideboard out, or tried to, the Essence Scatters, because I wasn't really particularly scared of the creatures. Although I guess I should have been, but I still have ways to bounce them back, which slows him down. Other than that, I think I just added some other counters to make sure that I didn't have to lose my creatures. So I think the way I win this particular matchup is just throw a bunch of creatures and swing and try to keep them alive as much as possible. And I think he thought the same way. So we go on to game 2. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Not exactly the most responsive client, I will say. I think I kept this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is kind of funny, actually. I think I drew all my Delvers, and I think he drew all his removal. So I've got 3 Delvers, and they're all gonna die. Devour Flesh is 1. I didn't even have a counter in my hand, so there's no... That's why I'm tapped out. Murder. Okay, there's 2 removal spells. Play the Vassal Soul so the Raptor evolves. That's 3 removal spells, so I think he drew all his murders. 4 removal spells. The good thing is he's got 2 cards in hand, but I do these Think Twices, which I don't really think are particularly good. These turned out to be 2 mana, change a card. And this guy's just going to be a beater on me. And also this game I found out the weakness of the Stormbound Geist, although I really like them, but this is actually kind of boring. So he's played 3 murders, a Devour Flesh, and a Tragic Slip. So I figure I'm okay now. I mean, he's top decking everything. I don't remember seeing any card draw. But I can't block anything with this. I was kind of counting on blocking it because it's Undying. If it dies, it comes back as a 3/3. But and also that kind of stops the sacrifice effects. I mean, he can still murder the Raptor, but he can't really profitably kill the Geist. It's going to take two spells to kill it. I mean, I would, I don't really know what's out there that could deal with that. This is standard, so you don't have access to Crypt Rats. See, I think he tapped there thinking he was going to Edict or something, but realized that was not smart, but... I don't think I can race him here, though. Well, I can at this point. If I draw a bounce spell. So I don't know what that card is in his hand. Oh, now I do know, because he's going to play it. Now, I don't think he had a zombie card in his... Yeah, none of these are zombie cards. So, that's just a beater. So he'd be coming in for 7. So I have 2 turns, basically. And I can't kill him that quickly. I hope I think twice here. I do. Dispel. Not doing anything for me. And Essence Scatter a turn too late. Now the Unsummon, okay. Can I actually win this? I think I unsummon the Dead Roller. Yeah. Plays it again. He's got a card. What is that card? Okay, so he's got lethal on board, and I have to kill him now, and I don't think I can. Or, you know, what I should have done here, and I think I did this wrong. Oh no, I need to block 2 things. I'd have to keep the Cloudfin Raptor back. Okay, yeah, I should play a Haunted Fangraph, sack 1 for... Hey, this is bad. Sack 1 for Delver? Sack 1 for Delver. Play Delver and have no mana up except for the Haunted Fengraph, which is colorless. So if he could kill any of my things, he would, and leave Cloudfin Raptor back. That's what I should have done. But I swing with everything, which is stupid. And I think I thought twice here rather than doing what I was. Yeah. I think I just gave up here. That was not the right play. I should have sacked the Fengraph and played the Delver and blocked. Oh wait, can I? Okay, I can't block him. I can block him and I can block him. So I would let 2 in. Yeah, that would at least give me a chance, but I just totally misplayed that. So that's bad. But I was just so much removal at the beginning, and then I have suboptimal card draw. Yeah, I just misplayed that totally. And I really don't have anything to play here, but I kept it. Why did I keep this? Because I could think twice? I think that's why I did this. I shockingly drew into an Essence Scatter, which I thought I had got rid of in the deck, but it's okay. He doesn't do anything. That's good for me. Now I can play the Geist, which again he can't really get rid of profitably. It's kind of unfortunate. 2 Goal Razors and no zombies in your board. Graveyard both times. Yeah, I kick his Ghoul Razor back. It's just a tempo play. Victim of Night on the Mistraven. I think I must have played this Mistraven 3 times in this game. It's kind of hilarious. So what we do is we swing and then see what he plays. I can counter this, but I don't. I'm ahead on the race slightly, but Sewer Shambler. No. I guess I was intent on playing the Mistraven here. That's why I didn't counter either of those. When you sack that, you get a random creature back, but since there's only one, it's not actually random. It's pretty clear what you're getting. Oh yeah, here I can just play the Mistraven and the Delver. So this is just a tempo play. I mean, he hasn't even been able to attack yet. I have a Fengraph. I mean, I could block it, but it's probably not the smart play. I don't know what's in his hand. And then he murders the Mistraven again, not learning from his last time. Okay. You really don't like that Mistraven, do you? Polluted Dead. Now see, now this is another thing. Why I did not counter this. This would have been huge. You would have been tapped out. I wouldn't have to worry about killing it. It would just be in his, although it is a zombie, but still. But I totally brain locked there. Duh. Whoops. I think I was so intent on sacking my haunted Fengraph that it was just a silly play. And I got the Mistraven back. So I'm going to make him play it again. And I won't be able to counter because I don't have any mana up. But that's... I don't know. Given the circumstances, it worked out okay for me. But if I had not gotten the Raven back, it would have been different. And now I don't really think he has a good way to... I have 2 counters for his removal spells. Unless he's got a way to get 3 extra damage on me, which I don't think he does. So I let that go. That's really neither here nor there. And then he quit. So yeah, it's kind of a weird little deck. I don't really... I don't think... Sometimes you just have to tap yourself out, so the counters aren't really that helpful. But they're helpful if you can get something out and protect it. But I'm probably not running enough land is probably my problem. And also I'd like to figure out a different card for this. I like mono black. I'm not sure about his creature setup. I'd have to look to see what's available. The removal is really good. It's pretty crazy. He probably is running 12 removal spells. But it's interesting. But after playing this guy, I went back into the room and he came back with a hexproof deck, a green-white hexproof deck, which I could not touch. If any hexproof, he had there are 2 really big hexproof creatures, and I couldn't even touch them. I had to counter them before they got on the field, and if I couldn't, I was just dead. Um, so this deck just gets rolled by that. So this deck is probably not particularly uh, top tier. It's it's an interesting concept, but I don't really like it all that much. Um, I do want to try a similar type of thing with red. There is um, an Is It Blitz? I don't remember who the builder of this is going on out there, which I kind of like. And um, although I think I revised this one as well, I did um, because of there's two things in here that are make no sense to me whatsoever. These are two mill cards in the middle of this very aggressive, tricky deck. So I got rid of those. How did I revise it? I put in Mizium Skin and um, Thunderbolt maybe. I don't remember what else I did. The problem with this is that this particular card here, Pillar of Flame, um, is a very good card, but apparently I think it's also high in demand in regular standard. So even though it's a common on Magic Online, this thing runs about $5 or $6. So I don't really feel like going out and buying 4 Pillar of Flames just to see if this deck's okay. I might try to replace it with something else, but I'm not sure what. There's a couple of burn spells that might be okay, but it's a really good card. But right now it's kind of pricey. Um, we'll see how that goes. Anyway, that's some standard Pauper.